Today you are going to listen to another fable. This fable is called The Dog and His Reflection. Let's go over some vocabulary. Our first word is feast. Say feast. A feast is a big meal. Greedy. Say greedy. Greedy means wanting more than is needed. Reflection. Say reflection. Reflection is an image that is usually seen in a mirror, water, or other shiny surface. So if you take a look at Tigger in this picture, he is looking at his reflection in that puddle. The last word is stream. Say stream. A stream is a small river. The dog and his reflection. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, a big dog was trotting through the streets, feeling very fine because the butcher had just given him a juicy bone. The dog held his head high and his tail very stiff, and he looked neither to the right nor the left. All the little town dogs ran behind him, barking and saying, "Please, please, let us smell your bone." But the big dog hurried on and would have nothing to do with the hungry little town dogs. The big dog would not think of sitting down to enjoy his bone. If he did that, some of his friends might come along, and then he would have to share his feast with them. A feast is a big meal. The big dog did not want to share. "I will bury my bone," said the dog. "I will bury it a long way from here, where none of the other dogs can find it, and then someday I will dig it up and eat it." So the big dog hurried on until he left the town behind him. Soon he came to a clear, fast-running stream with a bridge across it. Remember, a stream is a small river. "On the other side of this stream will be a good place to bury my bone," said the big dog. He started across the bridge with the bone clutched tightly in his teeth. No sooner did he set foot on the bridge than he looked down and saw, running along on the top of the water, another big dog with another bone in his mouth. The big dog stopped running, and the dog in the water stopped too. The big dog started walking again, and the dog in the water started too. The big dog put on a fierce look and turned his head to face the dog in the water. The dog in the water turned to face him in precisely or exactly the same way, and with a look every bit as fierce. "This will never do," said the big dog. "I'm going to take his bone away from him." What do you think is happening? Are there really two dogs, one on top of the bridge and one in the water? Remember what we said about reflection. So the big dog opened his mouth wide to take the other dog's bone, but there was no dog in the water at all. What the big dog had seen was only his own reflection. When he opened his mouth, his bone went splash in the stream, and the current carried it away forever. The moral of this story is, if you are greedy, you may lose everything. So remember, greedy means wanting more than you need. This big dog already had a big bone. He did not need another one. But because he was being greedy and he wanted the bone that his reflection had, he lost the bone that he had. Now he has none. So that's why we say, if you are greedy, you may lose everything. That was the end of the story. Go ahead and answer the questions.